Merry Christmas. I think we're going to survive this all.
I hope so.
I think it's pulling together as it always does.
Somehow, some way.
Yes.
How are you? Are you
Merry
Thank you.
Well, 6? Yeah, well, there's already. We'll have to look. There was room for 6 when I put our names there. So.
Well, that's because it's one of those.
Because you're colorblind.
Little Christmas trees that they change colors. Show me your character there.
We'll have the president say a few words to start us off. Anita?
Thank you. First of all, I'd like to welcome everybody to Arlington Square's Christmas party. And I hope you all are having a good time, and we'll have even more fun when we start eating and dancing some more. I'd like to give a special welcome to our students tonight. If they would stand up so everybody could see them, and be sure and say hi and welcome. And I'd like to say a special welcome to the Camerers and Uncle Artie. And Foggy and Lorraine Thompson. And I'd say a special welcome to Howard and Anna Hoffman too, but I don't, oh, there they are. No, they're not here yet. So welcome to them when they get here, because they were planning to come, and I hope nothing's gone wrong that they can't make it. We have up on the corner the gingerbread house that was made by Arlington Squares. It was entered in the Arlington Crime Stoppers gingerbread competition, and we got first place in our category. We think we might have been the only one, but what the heck, we got first place. So you want to take a look at it before it's destroyed, because, you know, gingerbread won't last till next year. If anybody has a suggestion of somebody who might like to have it for Christmas, or if we could, you know, take it to a nursing home for Christmas or a children's ward or anything like that, let us know, because, you know, we're just going to throw it out. So if anybody has an idea, let me know. And now, I think we're done. Invocation. Okay, we have to have an invocation before we eat. So, Jim Perry, we'd like you to come up and do our invocation for us tonight. And then we'll eat. Oh, one more thing before we eat?
Oh boy, so I'm not the one to hold it up. Thank goodness. Might we bow our heads in prayer. Heavenly and gracious God, this is the season when we truly have an opportunity to understand our blessings. Tonight is the beginning of Hanukkah, a time of remembrance when you were there with the miracle of continued light. And in 1 week we celebrate the miracle of a prophecy come true, the birth of a child that changed the world and our relationship with Thee. We do take this time to not only celebrate, but to remember. We remember those from this club who have been called home, the most recent being Helen Corwin. We praise Thee for bringing Howard back to us and for sending us Wally to continue our lesson program. We praise Thee for the healing embrace that has touched many this year who have faced challenges, and for the comfort you bring to each of us as loved ones and friends face obstacles that sometimes appear to be beyond comprehension. We do pray for members and friends who are facing challenges beyond our understanding, and ask that the wonder of this time give them the strength to face the hours, days, weeks, months ahead. We praise Thee for the leaders of this club, and thank You for bringing each of these special talents to us. We praise Thee for the fellowship of our members and for the members of other clubs that make square dancing possible. We ask that the sustenance of this meal that we share this evening not only satisfy our immediate hunger, but feed us with the strength necessary to continue on, to reach out to others, and to embrace them as brothers and sisters. The decorations, the lights, the music, the singing, the fellowship are a wonderful part of this season. But let us never forget the true wonder of Your ultimate act of love for us. Each of us is in this time and place for Your purpose. Lead us to understand and accept this gift and reflect our joy in our every action, thought, and spoken word. We praise Thee for this time of reflection. Amen.
And just before we draw the numbers, Sharon Foss, would you like to say a few words?
Tiger's going to give it to him. I just wanted to let you know that we in this Square Dancing Club have been blessed to have a couple that have been awarded or will be awarded in February the Arlington Heights Hearts of Gold for Volunteer Award. Al and Jeannie Gain have been members of this club since 1982, and since that time they've only not been on the board for 1 year. However, that does not, oh, 2, Jeannie says. Sorry. Another mere exaggeration. That's not the extent of their volunteer efforts in our community. They've also been the leaders of the bike swap for the last 22 years. The bike swap is in April, and this year, in the past few years, 900 or more bikes have been sold. And the money that the bike club makes from those bikes, they use some of that for the helmet program for some of the schools in our area. If there are bikes left over, Al and Jeannie are responsible for seeing to it that the bikes are given to a worthy cause. Another thing that they've done is that they've been on the Historical Society Board of Directors and worked at the Historical Society newsletter. Al and Jeannie have been the editors of that newsletter since 1989 and only missed 5 or 6 months doing that. I'm waiting for fingers to correct that. Okay. Jeannie's also part of the Bicycle Commission, and she's been appointed to the Bicycle Commission by our mayor. Al also does the Hammer Club class at the Historical Society, and approximately 1,200 children and adults have participated in the Hammer class. And not only that, they're also active members in the community for events that the Special Events Commission does. Not only are they volunteers, but as many of you know, they pull volunteers in. You can't be a friend of Al and Jeannie's unless you're willing to participate in things. So I'd like you all to give a special round of applause, and in February when they're awarded the Hearts of Gold, hopefully they'll bring their plaque to one of the dances and you can all see it. Thank you.
Okay, we're still coming in through the door. That's good because they're in the skit. Well, we're going to draw some numbers out of the bucket, and the numbers will tell which table goes first. But as all of you have noticed, you've got some programs on your table, and as you follow down, it should be a real fun evening. The person who put this entire program together is Barb Cozio. Can you stand up, Barb? Thank you so much. Okay, Donna Ray, you want to give me a number?
You'll notice that on your table there's a number on the song card. So when we call that number, you go up and get your food. Number 2.
And we all sat around Linda's table and we said, well, what are we going to do for the Christmas dance this year? So we kind of threw a bunch of thoughts together and we said, well, our club is so talented. How many people do you think can play an instrument or tap dance or scratch their head and tummy and hop up and down all at the same time? So we sent out the phone calls, and for about 8 months, everybody in this room has been working on what they thought they could pull off tonight.
Thank you.
So this is Arlington Squares. This is just all of us celebrating for all of us. Yes, ma'am? You want the microphone? Oh, I don't know if we can do this.
Well, in the first place, not every one of us wanted to do this. I never played. I'm wearing black because this is what a real performer would wear. That's all you're going to see of a real performance. As Tim puts it, this is comic relief. Things aren't going to get better.
And with that, Linda Kenyon.
9 weeks of lessons.
6 weeks.
6 weeks. Coffee, anybody?
actually went out and hired somebody to teach her to do this. You are terrific. That's her favorite salute. I am #1 in her book. And not to be undone, but our very own Jim Perry. Mary, why are you bowing your head? Mary Perry is married to Jim Perry, and Jim Perry is about to play his very, very fine instrument. He went to no expense on this.
I do have to say, Linda just said you were starting out at the top, so you understand you are going down. These phone calls that came out, it was, "Hi, this is Tim. Do you play an instrument?" This is Cal. "I can hardly play the comb." He says, "Great." So I was led to believe that this was going to be a quartet or an orchestra or something like that. I learned last week it's a solo. So I went borrowing everything. I borrowed money from Mary. $2 for a brand new comb. Would you hold this, please?
As everybody in this room who has ever taken a position in square dancing, you're only given about that much and the rest is wide open.
You notice it's a large teeth, so we've got quite a scale here. And this is a fresh piece of wax paper. I was going to use one off the dessert from the other day, but it was pretty wet, so I wasn't. And I'm now practicing and performing at the same moment. So if you can kind of pick up the tonal qualities of this comb.
Let me adjust the bass here.
Okay, well, I'm going to tune this a couple times first, you know.
So you are next.
At least Linda went into the boiler room and closed the door.
I was in the men's room, but somebody else was in there and told me I had to leave. Okay. Actually, the scale was pretty good. Why don't we just go with the scale?
How are we doing, Ruth?
Okay, this will be Jingle Bells. Everybody blows their instrument. I'll just spit hits the floor.
I'm speechless, Jim. Okay, next we have Dave and Jeannie Williams, and they are newlyweds at sea.
That's it.
We want to be out front for everyone to see us. Well, that was my script here. Well, this evening, coming in this nice cold weather, we thought we'd just transport you into the Bahamas. In fact, we were in the Caribbean this last March, and so we're going to relive some of our interesting observations of this cruise.
It is a family show.
Yeah, Jeannie had me clean it up, don't worry. So we'll start off. We're newlyweds at sea. Jeannie, here we are in Miami at the boarding docks. Look at that.
Oh, wow, Dave, look at this ship. Isn't this magnificent? So this is what 2 football fields look like end to end.
Yeah. Jeannie, could you tell me, why was it that your mother was so interested in the room that we had on board ship? I just couldn't figure that out. What was that?
Well, Dave, she wondered why we got, the port side cabin. She thought starboard would be a whole lot better. After all, then, we could see the stars, and we get hors d'oeuvres every night on the board.
On the board? For 94 years old, she's certainly always thinking, isn't she? Look at this cruise schedule tonight. I was just looking at this while we're here. Jeannie, we can go lounging tonight all over the place. Lounging here, lounging there. We're just phenomenal.
Oh, Dave, look at all these lounges here. Does this mean we get to wear our new loungewear?
I wouldn't mind. Here we are at our cabin.
Oh, great, finally. Now I can unpack our square dance outfits.
Our square dance outfits? What in the world would we have square dance outfits for?
Well, don't you know? There's a promenade deck. It's time to dance.
Look, Jeannie, we're going to have to take all our seasickness medication tonight. It's just terrible. It tells us here that the ship's going to have buffets all night long.
Dave, come on. No, don't you remember your French? It's not buffet, it's buffet. Food?
Food? Well, talking about food, let's go eat. Looking at this schedule now, could you believe it? First night, we go to the captain's dinner.
Oh, no.
What's wrong, honey?
Oh, for sure we'll be lost at sea. Who's going to steer the ship?
Wasn't that dinner dance a lot of fun? Did you hear the captain tell us that at midnight we can go to the stern of the ship and we're going to have another party watching the wake?
Oh, Dave, who died?
I don't know. I think it's going to be a long walk back to our cabin. I'd better wear my hiking shoes tomorrow, because it's really going to be a situation where our feet are really going to be tendered ashore tomorrow. I think there's lots of rocks there.
Did you bring mine too, Dave?
Yes, I did, honey. Did you hear the captain's announcement? Tomorrow at 7:30, we're making port.
See, I was right. They are making wine here.
Can you imagine? Tomorrow is going to be the last port of call.
Yes, it is. And the captain told us to bring our camera.
Yes, I know. What did he mean by that? I don't get that.
Oh, that funny Captain Johnny, he said if we're late, we're going to need the camera to take a picture of the ship departing as we stand on the shore.
What a wonderful cruise this was. Let's go again next year.
How appropriate it is for the two of them to have that as a skit. They were married just recently, and they had all of us there at their wedding, and it was a square dance wedding. So I see the honeymoon went well. You guys are doing real well. You're still talking with each other. As Jim Perry had said, when the phone calls went out, it was really a lot of fun just to go through the whole list and ask everybody, is there anything that you could possibly do that you would be willing to do on stage? Well, this next one was just fascinating. I talked to Joan, and Joan said, you know, I've always wanted to have an instrument. Well, the two of them went home. Ed and Joan went home and talked about it, and Ed said, you know, I can make that. And Joan said, you can make an instrument. Well, look at this. Ed actually made this for Joan, and Joan is going to perform it for us. What a treat. Ed's going to do the washboard.
It's okay.
Absolutely outstanding. You know, from being a baby to this is a long, long way. You guys have practiced an awful lot. Thank you so much. Well, as with Jim Perry, not having played his comb in years and years and years, a lot of the rest of us have either never played and built it to play for the first time this evening, or have not played since high school. And all the stories over the last 8 months that we've heard about, I've got a cold, I've lost my dog, excuse after excuse, everybody that you see here tonight has overcome adversity and have literally stuck to it and are going to pull this off one way or another tonight. Our next performer is Anita Johnson. She's going to play the flute. This flute up on the closet shelf, well, for a number of years.
Yeah, let's just say that my son last night when I was practicing said he hoped the Christmas party was next year. I said, thanks, Eric. So, you know, it's so bad I had to write the notes because I can't remember the scale and play at the same time. And I'm not sure that I can stop shaking enough to play it at all. So this will be interesting, folks. And if you can recognize it, it'll be a miracle. Ooh, that's not good. Yeah, right. I think Eric was right. We better try for next year. Yeah. Skip it. You did much better on the trombone.
I recognize the tune, though.
I can't keep going when it sounds like that. Yeah, we should do that.
This is square dancing in its truest form. This is why we had her as president. Just guts it out. Well, if you don't recover for the next 12 days, our next act is the 12 days after Christmas. I should tell you a little something about this piano.
It's fine.
Well, Ivan is a very accomplished piano player. And I asked Father Decker, I said, you know that piano downstairs in the fellowship hall? When was the last time we had it tuned? There was a long pause. Then he said, you mean the one over by the elevator? And we went, yeah? He says, do you know what's right outside the elevator? I said, yeah, the dumpster. He says, that's where that piano's going. Good luck, Ivan.
Then with a single cartridge I shot
Those poor calling birds were a big mistake, for their language was obscene.
My golden rings were completely fake, for they turned my fingers green.
The sixth day after Christmas, the 6 lame geese wouldn't lay. I gave the whole darn gaggle to the ASPCA.
On the 7th day, what a mess I found. All 7 of the swimming swans had drowned. My true love, my true love, my true love gave to me. The 8th day after Christmas, before they could suspect, I bundled up the 8 maids a milking, 9 pipers piping, 10 ladies dancing, 11 lords a leaping, 12 drummers drumming. Well, I can't put a drummers.
I get one of me.
And send them back a letter. I wrote my true love, we are through love. And I said in so many words, furthermore your Christmas gifts were for the partridge in a pear tree.
Holy cow, we're going to have to sell tickets next year. Well, next up, speaking of selling tickets, next up is Uncle Artie Ecker. Uncle Artie has been our teacher of Arlington Squares for 30 years. But long before he started teaching us how to square dance, Uncle Artie owned his band. Back, how many people did you have in your band? 7 people in his band. And what year was this? 1938. It's only 5 years before I was born. Well, Uncle Artie, in the mood. How would you like to go grab a hold of that piano and show us what you showed us one year? Thank you. I heard that a number of years ago, and I said, you know, you really can play that thing. So he went off and he played a whole bunch more. Well, being that we're square dancers, there's other kinds of dancing as well. There's contra dancing, which was the original square dance. There's line dancing, there's jitterbugging, there's all sorts of dancing out there. And next up on our program is Santa's Boot Scooters. We're going to do some fancy line dancing here. Tell them all about it.
I want you to know that we are officially latecomers because Tim called us at the last minute and said, could you fill in?
It's running.
So here we are.
Thank you. Yeah, it's recording.
I want you to know that Trudy is a newcomer. She's just learned line dancing this year, She's doing terrific, so clap her on.
Okay, all eyes on Trudy.
Guys in the front, girls in the back.
Okay, so the first one was skip, and it was mighty nice skipping too. It's a good thing we didn't spill any coffee on the floor.
Technical difficulty, sorry. It's called Dizzy.
Dizzy. Well, very good. As we've all learned, square dancing is not about doing it professionally. It's about doing it. It's about getting up. It's about trying. It's about stepping up to the plate, taking it on. You can while you've got the helm. And everyone in this room has followed in the footsteps of many, many, many people. Arlington Squares has been here 55 years. So there's a whole lot of presidents and vice presidents and students and board members that have gone before you. And with this class, with this group of people in front of us, we've got a long way to go. Thank you. Give yourselves a big hand. Well, Ron McFerrin, would you like to come up here and be next? You want the mic? We're going to have some sing-alongs. Grab your pink words here, and away we go.
We're not going to do all of these. We want to get through a little singing and then get the room tore down so we can dance. Joy to the World, you got it, Item? Joy to the World, it's on your program sheet tonight and also on the pink sheet.
Number 11.
Number 11 on the pink sheet. Joy to the world, the earth is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room. Heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. Silent, right, Ivan? Number 6. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. We don't have all the piano accompaniment music, so Ivan and I are trying to find some. We got Away in a Manger. Away in a Manger. Away in a manger, no crib for his bed. The little Lord Jesus lay down his sweet head. The cattle were lowing, the baby awakes. The little Lord Jesus, no crying he makes. I never found any words, so we'll just stop there. Jingle bells are... The angels did say was to certain poor shepherds in fields as they lay. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel.
We could do Rudolph off the bullfrog.
Number 7, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. Why don't we break down the tables and dance? Merry Christmas.
Hey, where's Rudolph? Hey, anybody see Rudolph? Oh, Merry Christmas! I didn't see you guys there. Wow! Look at this. I'm glad I brought some candy canes. Wow. You throw them out. You some good boys? Yeah. How's everybody doing here? this year. Here, Chris, from Santa. Whoops. Hey! Who's going to be the lucky one to sit on my lap?
Maneuver side close, spin turn, and a box finish. Forward and run 2 twice. Box trot box. 2 left turns. Line 8. Close position line. Forward and run 2 twice. Box trot box. 2 left turns. Line 8. Close position line. Diamond turn. Forward and run 2. Maneuver side close. Slow pivot 4. Face the line of dance. Diamond turn. Forward and run 2. Maneuver side close. Spin turn. Step back and a part point. All right, did very good, very good. Turn your radio on, and we'll all be safe. Maybe. You've been good. When you're bad, sometimes you're good.
There's a little bank here. Is this an inside joke with the students? Something about Chris's Bahama Fund? Keep the checks coming. Chris is our vice president. And what this shows is a continuation of Arlington Squares. It's how each group joins, each group learns how to square dance, each group goes off into management, as it were. And Chris and Linda are some of the best vice presidents that one would ever want to have in a club. Give them a hand. In addition to this, for all the old-timers, Lou and Bea, and for all the other people in this room that have been here for years and years and years, we've asked Foggy Thompson and Uncle Artie to do a duet together.
No.
I'd like to record this, but
This sure is a tweet.
What's wrong? You have a film?
I've got 8 minutes left. Well, I got new film.
You have enough battery?
Yeah. It's just that we can't dance. So.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm tired.
Okay.